So here I am, almost done, probably around 2 or 3 weeks away from the completion of the clay that will then be cast in bronze, one of the most complex sculptures that I've done in recent times. What I wanted to do on this is show the descent from the cross with Mary as the feature, Mary in a sense as the center, and there it is, right in the center of this 30-foot sculpture. A lot of times Mary being represented as the Pieta, it's all about sorrow, and I wanted to have that represented, but I also wanted to have the triumph. And so you can see here, what I have is that close intimacy being represented. Their faces are almost touching, and the one hand sheltering or holding Jesus, and the other hand is raised up to the cross. And so what I love about this is the idea of the triumph, the strength being represented with her. The curves of the drapery are just very organic in a sense, that brings, almost like a bullseye, brings your attention to the center, but then it rises up, and there you have the cross. And so this, the center, surrounded almost like an alcove of the planet Earth, and there that just has a beautiful shape that again is another circle within the circle here. And so you have the actual cross, you have the two crosses where the thieves were on before it, now they're empty, and up above you have heaven described by all these angels in this wonderful swirling clouds. And that's a way to separate the sculpture from what's not sculpture up above. And you have the saints, around 100 saints that come up to this heavenly sphere, and they act as kind of the framework, framing the center scene. And you can see now it's curved, just like the earth is curved, just like the Mary and the folds of her drapery are curved, to add a kind of a very pleasing shape to the piece. Above you have the heaven described by the angels, and they kind of framework the whole representation of the universe. How do you sculpt the universe? Basically, you can't do it by photographs. It's too big. So what I did was I kind of borrowed how the medieval artists represented the universe. In fact, in the history of mankind, they believed that night was draped cloth, and the holes or where the stars is where the light pierced out. So similarly, my sculpture here is going to have these stars cut through in the bronze so light will come through. But what I love is the saints, and this is what took me, obviously, most of the time. Coming from heaven, you have the saints, and what I have represented is saints from all over the world, all historical periods of time. The ones that people are very familiar with are there, St. John the Baptist with his baptismal conch. You have St. Joseph, you have St. Maximilian Kolbe, you have Teresa of Avila, you have Raphael the Angel. You have so many different saints here telling the story of the history of Christianity in a sense. And what I love about this is it's kind of very much inclusive, and it's very much welcoming with all these different saints from every different place in the world. What I love about some of the details here I have the four evangelists, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and you can see their symbols. There's the angel holding the inkwell. Then you have the winged lion coming in from the distance, almost like from the curve of the world. You have the winged ox, the actual symbol of St. Luke, coming down. And then you have the eagle. It's actually going to be looking like it's giving St. John the pen. Here you have the four evangelists also writing in their Bibles actual aspects of the universe, which is mentioned within each of the Gospels there. The saints, what a delight this was. Again, on a lot of this, I want to show the triumph. Here you have St. Patrick holding dead snakes. Oftentimes, a snake symbolizes evil under his feet. Here, he's holding a cluster of them. Here you have St. Peregrine, for instance. He's the patron saint of cancer victims, showing his cancer wound, revealed by holding up his drapery with the cross. Right here you have St. Francis with a bird and with a baby wolf. St. Augustine, who was converted to Christianity by when he placed his finger, or he opened up the Bible and placed his finger on a specific passage, Romans 13:13. So here you have St. Augustine with his finger on that specific passage. St. Thomas Aquinas, who is very much influenced by Aristotle, here is holding a portrait bust of Aristotle. St. Michael, who's often represented fighting a demon, here the demon is conquered, the head is severed, and he's holding it. I love the expressions of some of these, and this is what takes so much time, is to get that right expression for that specific saint. It's an amazing project that's almost done. What I love about it is the size of it, and it's so inclusive of so many different elements of Christianity.